Critchley offender for Hawkes Bay. Here's the look at the Choate effort. Had a couple of goes at it. Not able to get it to grass.
Auckland really playing with their tails up too, and I love with each carry that they're always getting over their advantage line and getting on the front foot, and it's forcing Hawkes Bay to take a couple more steps behind that ruck and really getting them on the front foot for Auckland.
Yeah, there was a great carry in the middle of that long movement from Adrian Choate. Akira Ioane is the target. Vakena quickly into position now. And the warning from the referee. They start to get it going forward. They won't stop them this time. Soani Vakena, well, that's a great start by Auckland. They get the early try with just under 4 minutes on the clock. And it's their hooker who scores.
Get all the ball. First few minutes of this match, Auckland have been rewarded for their efforts. Soani Vakena, the try scorer. They do it well. Initially, took them a while to get set here. Hawkes Bay did a good job, and then you see initially Thompson gets himself, and then they start to splinter. 1 and 2 are gone, 3's gone, and Auckland just power their way over.
Good patience too, because as you said, they didn't get a good initial shunt, and you could see Akira Ioane talking to his team and saying, we're set now push, and then all of a sudden you just see them drive brilliantly, and it was too hard for Hawkes Bay to stop.
Well, that'll be a satisfying start for Coach McGrath and his coaching crew. Certainly put a lot of emphasis on direct running, particularly from their forward pack. And really, you have to think, you go back to that first clearing kick from this man, Zahn Sullivan, put the ball out way over halfway, got the line out turnover. And here he is now, looking to try and convert, bringing it around nicely, just sneaking it inside the left-hand upright. And so Auckland have the early lead by 7-0.
There's no doubt about it. It's a powerful boot that he possesses, Zahn Sullivan, and it's a massive asset for this Auckland side.
Stay blue.
Again, the tactic is to kick straight away, and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck making a bit of a nonsense of claims that he can't kick. It's another long touch finder. They've taken it quickly. Harry Godfrey, I think, was thinking about a 50-22, but Sullivan read it and got the call too. A quick transfer of the ball from side to side. Here is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. A bit untidy for Thomas, but a nice bend. He really is a nifty competitor in that scrum half position. Scored a really well-taken try last week at Oniwa. And now Sullivan trying to get the ball in behind Nolangi Visimia. Very comfortable playing here at Eden Park. So many games here in the past for Auckland and the Blues. Hawkes Bay looks like they might have crept up offside here. So off goes Tuivasa-Sheck, playing under advantage, runs into a solid shot by Isi Tuingafasi.
No, you move before the pass. Offside.
He missed the tackle first up. Isi Tuingafasi wasn't happy about it, so clearly determined that he's not going to miss another one. It's a great shot. Tuivasa-Sheck. You'll get to see the boot of Sullivan again, and he'll push Auckland back into a strong attacking position.
I think not for the first time today either. You're going to see the boot because the weather conditions are so still. We're going to see plenty of kicking. But here's that hit from Tuingafasi, and he'll be excited to get some more game time. He's gone from Tasman to Northland and now to here in the Hawkes Bay, hoping to find his home.
Tui Polotu wins it at the back. A bit scrappy, but Choate on the ball as he so often is. Now Joshua Fusitua. Thomas quickly swinging it away and punching onto it nicely. Ioane. They'll bring it back the other way. Fusitua again putting up his hand for a carry. In impressive form, Fusitua. Now Sullivan, the kick out to the wing of AJ Lamb, turns it back in field. And it's anyone's there. Oh, scooped up brilliantly by Harry Godfrey. But they'll have to come back. Well, once again, Harry Godfrey. No, they're not going to end up with Well, in fact, they will get the scrum feed, but boy, what a courageous young player this man is, and what an impact he's having.
Oh, certainly one to watch in terms of future higher honours, Harry Godfrey. There's the inside ball for Auckland. Spells, and how about that? The skill level, he's at pace, Godfrey. And just all seemingly nonchalantly scoops down and picks the ball up.
Those stats are really telling, aren't they? All the Auckland team at the moment in the opening 8 minutes have largely been camped down the right-hand side of the field. Hawkes Bay really have yet to have the ball in hand on the other end.
First scrum of the game. And it'll be Folau Fakatava. Quickly off the back by Devon Flanders.
Out now, Blue.
Fakatava.
Stay here, fellas, we're all in front. Stay here, stay here.
And McClutchy. As I say, a lot of changes forced on Hawkes Bay, and yet their momentum early on, or their ability to win games, has been very good. Lamb taking it at first receiver off the back of the line-out. Pick and go from Blake Gibson. Thomas swings it away.
Move back!
Now Sullivan again, and something starting to shape up here for Auckland as Heem takes it, makes good ground up towards the 22. Fusitua, another carry from him. Thomas, Vikena, quickly out the back door. Sullivan, this is looking good for Auckland, punching onto it, Rayasi, and in at the corner goes Corey Evans. Beautifully constructed try for Auckland, their second.
Oh, it certainly was. Good execution, good options, and wonderful ball control from Auckland in the lead up to this, but it's just a flood of possession. It's taken its toll on this Hawkes Bay side, seemingly not able to get their hands on the ball, and Auckland, they're full of running.
What the Auckland team are doing so well is they're actually just running on the outside shoulders of the Hawkes Bay defenders, and they're always committing an additional defender because they're undecided as to whether they should shut down that space. And so they went from left to right, and there ended up being an overlap on this right-hand side because they were committing so many defenders with every single run they were doing. And again, it's just getting that good go for that good gain over that line.
Ozan Sullivan, who collected 23 points against North Harbour last week, including 2 tries. And he has settled nicely into that number 10 jersey. Played so much of his rugby at high level at fullback. Right out close to the right wing touch. And again looking to bring it round. This time he can't. Flagged away, but a second try it is for Auckland, scored by Corey Evans.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking to me about what you got there last week.
Just a good execution, catch, pass, draw, and score. Pretty simple equation, isn't it?
The nonchalance of that one-handed offload from Salesi Rayasi to Vasa Shet.
Six way, yeah.
Again, not such distance on that kick. That one goes out about 35 from the line. Hawkes Bay need to get their hands on the ball here.
Wait there,
Yeah, they do. Good opportunity here.
Stay.
They just need to wind it back. Try anything fancy. The basics, spend some time in possession of the ball.
Well, stats say 10%, but that's really nothing. Now Fakatava. And oh, lovely move onto the ball from the winger, Balikana, but he's thrown it away. Hold up, Balikana, they did everything right. But then he offloaded
Stay black.
to an Aucklander.
Use it.
And so Kalani Thomas can clear it. Oh, it's charged. Jeff Cridge it was who got up after it. Here's the try scorer, Corey Evans.
Out now 2.
And they'll have another go,
Ball's
Auckland.
available. No, 12.
Thomas just looking for a bit better protection.
Use it. Stay blue.
Onto the left foot goes Sullivan and sends another long kick down over halfway. McClutchy fires it into Godfrey quickly. There is Balikana. Kaifar now, in fact, Tuifua is the young man out of Lindisfarne College wearing the number 6 jersey. Godfrey almost got through the gap, but then lost the ball. It's untidy, so they'll have a scrum.
Oh, just looking to free his hands up there. Harry Godfrey in the contact.
Knocked on black, blue scrum.
Promising signs early, Hawkes Bay.
That's good first one.
Yeah, Harry Godfrey, originally out of Panganui Collegiate. And he was a member of the New Zealand under-20 side. The team didn't have a great tournament in South Africa. And he was certainly a standout. A couple of his teammates in this game today, Shay Clark, Caleb Tangitau on the bench for Auckland.
Crouch!
You can see there in the 6 jersey, Patrick Tuifua. Just a young man.
Just a slip it.
Had a great season with Hastings and club rugby. And despite his youth, has been propelled into the side. As I say, no Marino Mikaeli Tu'u today. But an opportunity just to have a look at this young fellow.
Good space, good balance. Get up. Balance. Crouch.
You can see those games, 5 games, but they're scattered out going back to 2009. They just haven't played each other that often, and they haven't played here for a long time. Tuivasa Shek running into a bit of space, too much space allowed him. Angus Tarval losing the ball in contact, quickly moved on. Thompson involved. Raketi Stones as well. Now the kick, and just as the referee says, advantage over. Maggie Cogger-Orr on the far side has to take them back because that kick has gone out on the full.
Yeah, frustrated with his own actions, Sapsford. The execution was poor.
Hold there too, yeah.
So it remains 12-0. And that's untidy, and good determination there from Pori Raketi Stones to come through. You can just sense they need to get something going here, and Raketi Stones certainly obliged. Tia plopping it onto the left foot, driving it back inside the 22.
No, it's not. It's Auckland ball.
The Auckland players trying to suggest it was a 50-22, but far from it. So Auckland will have the feed, albeit defensively here.
It was passed back. Berry. Talking of players with work rate, Berry, he was really high up the tackle stats last week, and here's another strong run from Adrian Choate.
Carry back.
Evans, the hurried kick. Here's Godfrey. Scampers off up towards halfway and just keeps on running until he's eventually stopped by a couple of big, tight forwards. But he's got them on the front foot, and now here's a lovely move from Tuifua and the offload away to Balikana. Fakatava emerges with it. McClutchy. Now Thompson, he's caught them offside here too. So this is better from Hawkes Bay. Sparked by that lovely offload from Patrick Tuifua. Following a very good run, nifty step that he showed, and first opportunity for points in the game now going the way of the Magpies.
There we go.
Well, that'll be that. They're happy about training. They haven't had a lot of ball, but when they've had it, they've shown signs of promise, and Clutchy happy to look to the sideline. Here's Godfrey on the kick return.
You just stay here.
I don't know if that was the right option from Godfrey. Yes, they got the ball, but they actually had a backline set out to the left-hand side screaming for it. They had plenty of numbers, but they do find themselves with the perfect position to attack from.
Out towards the back. Thompson got it in the boot. Skipper trying to urge them forward, and well, inching forward. You see Blake Gibson, though, he's come right through the middle of it, so they have to get rid of it. And in the end, having to dive on it is Chase Tiatia, under pressure too, as Auckland look to swamp the breakdown, but it's coming back now for Folau Fakatava. Here's Parsons. So they've still got the ball. Cridge.
No, ball's available.
Little look to the left, but they keep it going away to the right. Tiatia, nothing much he can do but put his head down and try and keep the momentum going forward. Well, Corey Evans didn't release him before he took the ball off him, so it's another penalty.
Well, it was one of those situations where he got his hands on the ball and felt like he'd possession. Didn't want to let it go. Understand that in that situation.
Nine.
Have a look here. You see now he's dominant there. He's got his hands wrapped around the ball and doesn't want to let it go.
They've gone for the post this time, and this was actually the call from the sideline earlier when McClutchy clicked for touch. They started running the tee on, and then McClutchy ended up going for the line-out, so they are going to take the points here. But I also think Hawkes Bay are just guilty of not really playing with too much expansion. So in that phase of play, it was really easy for Auckland to defend because they weren't standing too wide of each other. They just left the wings quite open.
They've certainly got threats out wide, Hawkes Bay. Paula Balikana has been in really good form. Lolangi Visinia. McClutchy. 3 points to Hawkes Bay. Nails the penalty. They're on the board after a really difficult opening 20 minutes.
They didn't look they were that happy. These boys look a bit happier with that decision. The original boys didn't. The older boys.
Go behind.
As I said, this is Hawkes Bay's first visit to Eden Park since 2010. Here's Tuifua back into the action, clattering into Blake Gibson. And back they'll go. Clearing kick to Lincoln McClutchy, and it's a pretty good one too. As I say, Hawkes Bay and Auckland, they've played a lot of in that period of time, the last 13 years, in separate divisions. They were due to meet here in 2021, but Auckland, of course, that was the year they were shut out of it because of the COVID lockdown in the north. And so that match didn't happen. Auckland have the ball. Here's Choate again, just slipping through the tackle of Tuifua and that of Josh Kaifa. Again, really good ground gain by the Auckland number 6, and now they've got advantage here, Auckland. Fusitua. And he continues to impress. Thomas had a little dab, quick hands, nicely done by Sullivan onto Ioane to keep it going forward. Offload off the deck, Ta'avao, Gibson. Auckland building again. Thomas, Berry. Set up nicely in the centre of the field here, Auckland. Sullivan, the wide pass, says Lamb. Balikana got up on him quickly. He's managed to keep it alive. Ball not taken cleanly by Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, so they'll come back for the penalty.
Hawkes Bay missed the most tackles in this competition to date than any other team, and it's proving to be a problem for them. Again, first quarter of this match, the missed tackles, initial missed tackles are giving Auckland too much momentum. And once they get on the front foot, they're difficult to contain, this Auckland side. Earned the penalty, and Sullivan's decided that they'll chase the 3 points here.
I mentioned Auckland doing their bit for Tackle the Floods. They've got a virtual stand here today.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Even if you're not at the rugby. $10 for every adult ticket sold today is going to the Tackle the Floods relief appeal. But you can also purchase a seat in the virtual stand for $10. So you're sitting there watching at home, aucklandrugby.flickit.co.nz, and purchase a virtual seat. That $10 will go to the flood relief. Terrible floods experienced in Hawkes Bay. I know it's bad in Auckland, but boy, they've had to put up with, so be generous. Sullivan adds an extra 3. Auckland lead it 15-3.
Yeah, happy to take the points when they're on offer, Auckland. Certainly the better of the two sides at this stage. Happy to collect their awards for being that.
So McClutchy, this time lower trajectory on the kick. Tuivasa-Sheck thought about kicking and then takes it up towards the 22, and it's Thomas who'll clear it away. And another good exit from Auckland. Here's Kalani Thomas. Say, real heads-up play last week to get the try against North Harbour. He's come over from Australia, and he looks very good. Oh, Choate, on top of everything else he's done, he's now stolen a line-out. A bit of a clash between Rakete Stones and Vikena off the ball. Now play carries on. Fusitua.
No, leave it, you're off your feet.
Ioane off the pass from Zahn Sullivan, again showing his great strength post-contact. Tuivasa-Sheck just extending his stride as he goes into contact. Something Auckland do really well. Their gain line stats are outstanding. Sullivan probing for gaps. The two front rowers working nicely. Ta'aval with the pass from Fusitua. Now they go a bit wider. Rayasi is there. Tuivasa-Sheck. Now Gibson ranging out wide. Sees off the first tackle, then sets it on the 22. Thomas always having a look. Sullivan goes to ground right on the 22 line. Vikena. Hawkes Bay having to make a lot of tackles in the first half here at Eden Park. Ioane proving his usual handful.
Your foot's on him.
Choate again. Super impressive start to the game he's made. Ioane.
Move now!
Really using their big men to try and dent the defence, and we know what threats they have out wide. There's one of them, Bryce Heem. Now Lamb trying to bustle through the middle.
Play, he's fine. Well done, Paul.
Thomas basketballs it away. Gibson, relentless. 16 phases they've gone now. Rayasi. Well, I'm not quite sure who that was intended for. It's gone into touch. And a very promising movement comes to an end.
Would have been a good pass if someone was there.
Just hold that mark.
Player down, so they'll all get a breather. Tell you what, it's impressive from Auckland to this point. There's no doubt about that.
Right. Just take your time.
Let's have a look at the work of Adrian Choate. Wearing the 6 jersey, he really plays like an open side flanker, but it's just his determination. And again, as I say, that the metres post-contact for Auckland, their gain line stats are really good, and he's one of the reasons why.
TJ, I think you've got to put that down to the Auckland team. They stand with the perfect amount of depth when they're on attack. They're not too deep that allows the line speed to catch them behind that gain line. And they're at the perfect amount of depth where they're running onto the ball each time and catching the Hawkes Bay defenders, and actually all defenders that they've come across quite flat-footed. So they've got their attack spot on in that sense.
Yeah, they had a disappointing trip down to play Tasman. They were outpointed in that game. But you could see what they were trying to do, and just the last couple of outings, it just looks like it's starting to come together a bit better. Isi Tuangafasi is the man who's getting the strapping applied. I mentioned the 2010 game. That was a 34-all draw the last time the teams played here. Always look forward to this one. That's from Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin. Otago Southland Stags going north. Traditional encounter, that one. That's the 7 o'clock game. Before that, though, Taranaki against Bay of Plenty from New Plymouth. And the Sunday matches Canterbury-Wellington, that's in Christchurch, so it's not a shield game.
No, you've got to be back though.
And Tasman against North Harbour from Nelson.
Yep.
Tom Parsons in his 100th NPC game claims the line out. Thompson making sure the ball's nicely available for Folau Fakatava.
Good job, let's go.
There he is getting his chance in the run on 15. Very used to playing behind Brad Webber. That's not a great line-out throw. And it's been dropped by Sullivan.
Knocked on blue, black scrum.
Well, he didn't call the line-out crooked. He's gone for the knock-on by Sullivan, trying to repair the damage. Auckland's line-out started this game pretty well, but overall on the season it's been a bit shabby, hasn't it?
It has been. It's probably been the biggest area at work on for this Auckland side coming into this game. Auckland now, given the ruling the referees decided to run with, has given them very good field position, opened up that left-hand side for them. Here's Vissania, looking for something to do, and he's moved out to the left, and McClutchy's gone with him, so options left and right here, Hawkes Bay.
Fakatava decides to run. Oh, gets a lovely ball on the inside to Flanders, and McClutchy will go all the way and score. Well, that's a beautifully worked move from the scrum, and Hawkes Bay strike back with their first try of the match.
Oh, and they do it well. Hawkes Bay, set-piece move, execution perfect. There were players in motion. McClutchy, the try scorer here, was one of them. So there, they move late to the left, but look at the work on the inside. Fakatava creates the space by running into players, and then Flanders, he's good. And they were always going to score that once Flanders found a ball carrier.
Oh, it was brilliant vision as well from Fakatava, because obviously he had those weapons, and McClutchy and Vissania to his left, and just the awareness to stay there and available on the inside. And as you said, TJ, a well-executed set-piece move, and one that they'll be very proud of.
Well, the passing, key to it, excellent passing. The big number 8 with the pass off his left hand, not bad.
Especially with Hawkes Bay. Come through and everything.
So Lincoln McClutchy looks like he's going to be the first to 50 in the Bunnings NPC for 2023. This to make it 49 for the season. That's if he can nail this. And he has just pushed it away to the right. No conversion, but a try to Hawkes Bay, and a beautifully taken one it was.
Oh, you see the work of Fakatava there, illustrated beautifully in that replay.
Pass off the right hand it was from Flanders. Sullivan off the left boot. And here is Tuifua, who certainly runs the ball well.
Stay here.
Got a nice step. Runs strongly into contact. Here's, talking of which, here's Thompson bumping them off. Scrapping his way up to the 22. Still inside, so they can kick for touch on the full.
Stay back, stay.
And McClutchy, well, he's not going to find touch. Sullivan waits for it, quickly transfers away to Rayase. And now Tuivasa Shek. Thomas picks it out, Vikena, and here they go again, Auckland. Sullivan moving nicely onto it, Rayase, lovely silky passing from him. Evans goes into contact. Berry. Thomas saw a little gap and off he goes. Got a really good step on him.
No.
Rayase thought about having a go and fed it back. Berry. Clutchy it was, trying to get hands on the ball. And coming through and pinching it in the end is Tom Parsons. And that's, I think, hit the referee, is it? No, he says play on. Choate taking it to ground. And a hard-won penalty from Falau Fakatava. And they can relieve the pressure.
Good work from the halfback there, getting some congratulations from his teammates, but they're making it hard for themselves here, Hawkes Bay. Not sure the long kick and keep it in play is an effective tactic for them, given the confidence and free running of this Auckland side at this stage. For Hawkes Bay, their tactic needs to be finding the touchlines, go to set piece and play the game from there.
You're still going to be 2 metres off the back of the line when you're halfway.
I thought that offload from Flanders had hit the referee. Clearly it didn't. He would have had to have stopped play if it did.
Get the timing right.
Well, now here's the line out just inside the Auckland half. Fakatava, McClutchy. Tia moving it on quickly to Satsford. Haven't really seen anything of him so far with ball in hand. McClutchy again. Balikana is one of those players who'll just pop up anywhere looking for work. And
off the ball here, tackle off the ball.
Get a penalty. One of the Auckland players
that was good.
Came through and
Tackling
took
me
a
off the
Hawke's
ball.
Bay support runner out. It might have been Ta'aval. No, it was, in fact, well, he was nearby, but it was Vikena.
Guilty by association. Might have encouraged him, Tony.
Good touch finder as well, that one. And I tell you what, there still isn't a breath of wind down here at Eden Park, which is quite strange. So you can see a lot of these kicks getting plenty of momentum behind them.
So line out on the 22, Thompson. They work it to the front. Oh, nice play. They get the ball back to Thompson from Flanders, and he's stopped just 5 metres short of the line now. Cridge takes it to
Stay
ground.
on your feet. Stay up there. No,
Just a
no.
bit of effort required. Oh, he's come through offside. Flissi Tua just couldn't quite help himself. He had momentum on, came through in an offside position, so they can have a real go at it here now. McClutchy, the kick out to the wing. Balikana coming forward on, nicely taken in the air by Sullivan.
Offside.
So they will come back for the penalty. And Hawke's Bay really coming back at them now here, Richard.
Certainly are.
Yeah.
Just making good use of what little possession they've got through this first half. Nice move there
So when you came through
from
you got
Hawke's
started
Bay.
as well, didn't the next guy? He
This
was
defending side's always conscious of the fact that Hawke's Bay don't mind driving more from a line out, so they were probably looking for that initially. It got them some good momentum, Hawke's Bay, and under the penalty advantage went for the Hail Mary play out wide, not to be.
Just stay positive with your counter.
I'm pretty sure they'll revert to type here, Hawke's Bay.
Offside.
So Josh Kaifa is in the half-back position. Two loose forwards in the middle of the line out. They go down towards the back. And Thompson has it. Getting close here, Hawke's Bay. Auckland trying to hold them up. Heap over the line. Well, they haven't got the ball down, but they've still got possession. Tia quickly on. It's a loose one. It's picked up by Sullivan. Unloads it to Rayasi. Heemer's there in support. Auckland a chance to go. Oh, it's intercepted by McClutchy. Probably a try saver. Godfrey. So it's back with Hawke's Bay.
Yep.
Successive turnovers. And Hawke's Bay, well, they missed out on one chance, but they get another.
Stay there. Stay here.
Here's Tuifua.
Yep.
Fakatava, Godfrey in at first receiver. Nice hands from Podirakati Stones. And Tia taking it to ground. Back the other way they go. Cridge. Now Parsons, the two locks involved. Auckland trying to disrupt possession, but Hawkes Bay still have it. Nice pass out the back from Fakatava to Flanders. Now Godfrey. Oh, scything tackle made by Bryce Heem on Chase Tiatia, but they get the penalty, Hawkes Bay.
You've got to stay on your feet. Yeah, and stay on your feet, you're fine. No, you're still got to stay up. Off feet.
That was Angus.
Yeah, but on that occasion, in the end, he didn't stay on his feet, but I thought he had done the work before he'd left his feet.
Tom.
I think Hawkes Bay might be a bit lucky there. Decisions with a penalty, but happy to go for the big prize here, Hawkes Bay. McClutchy pushes it into the 22.
What a passage of play that was as well, and this is where the little general stands up. Lincoln McClutchy, that is his nickname. You can hear them every time they refer to him on the field. It's the general. He comes up trumps that time, and as you said, TJ, that was a try scorer. Because look at who was on the outside.
So they'll have another go. They got within millimetres of the line the last time. This time they work appeal. Flanders stopped by Beery and Lamb. Cridge having a drive for the line. They take it away to the right, and Thompson is there. Very hard to stop with that line in sight. Tuifua, he's just short. They're right up against the post here.
Hands up.
Parsons having a go. And he's over. Well, what a way to celebrate your 100th NPC match. A try right under the sticks. And a chance for Hawkes Bay to level it.
Yeah, he's done some work in the first 38 minutes of this one. Skipper Parsons. And he had to work hard to get this one. Just off the back of the drive here. Look, he looks left, he goes left. And runs into the Auckland defence, who push him right, and then there's nothing there. The door opens, and he finishes it off.
Well, after Auckland got off to a very quick start, scoring 2 tries, all of a sudden Hawkes Bay have bounced back into them and really grinded this Auckland team back down and levelled up quite a few of those stats. And as you said, brilliant to score a fairy tale ending on your 100th game.
It's only his second try. So if he plays another 50 games, he'll end up with 3.
Not sure the toll on the body's worth it, but...
So McClutchy, instrumental in getting Hawkes Bay into that position now, right out in front. And Hawkes Bay have fought back and are on level terms at Eden Park. 15 all, the converted try. Just a minute to play in the first half.
Yeah, correct. He's still got to stay on his feet in that
building themselves up here, Hawkes Bay, in the stats, but
correct. Got to stay up.
I had to say earlier, Tony, that no Hawkes Bay fan would have been worried when they were down early. Would have gone and had a cup of tea and say, we'll get this one.
Stay there, stay. Use!
Well, Fakatava just getting things organised.
Play!
Interesting to see what their approach is, where they just close it out. They've done a good job to get back, having conceded those early 2 tries.
Play on.
Referee says play on here, because they're just going to wind the clock down, put the ball out, and head off to the shed.
Use!
The better scoreline than it was shaping to be. Parsons, it is, puts the ball on the ground. Fakatava sends it back. McClutchy kicks it into touch, and so it's been a very good first half. Remember, the last time they played at Eden Park, it was a 34-all draw. Well, at half-time, they locked up this time as well. It's 15-all, Auckland and Hawkes Bay. Our team's just about to come out for the start of the second half here at Eden Park. Before they do, a word from the coaching staffs. In a moment, Sam McNichol from Hawkes Bay, but first, John O'Hickey from Auckland with Taylor.
Johnny, you got off to a strong start, but then you let Hawkes Bay back into the game. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, pretty frustrating. It was an awesome start, but let them back in the game probably through our ill discipline. So we've just got to be a little bit more patient and get our discipline sorted, and then we'll be all right.
Other than patience and discipline, was there any other strategies you're going to employ for the second half?
No, not really. I thought our attack was really good when we held on to the ball and got going, did some really good stuff there, so we just can't get bored of it.
Good luck for the next 40.
Thank you. Cheers.
Sam, not for the first time this season, you guys have got off to a slow start. What do you put that down to?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but really thankful that the boys are able to stay in there and fight it out. But yeah, would love to start a bit quicker.
What was the key message heading into the second half?
Just urgency. We're a little bit slow to get set, a little bit slow to get off the line. I think if we can get that right, then things will start to flow nicely from there.
All the best for the second half.
Cheers.
Well, it's all set up for the second half, isn't it? 15 all. Been a long time, as I say, waiting for Hawkes Bay. And just while the teams come out, I must send a shout out to someone I know will be watching in Hawkes Bay, who was involved the last time Hawkes Bay won here 54 years ago, 1969. They did so. They won 6-3, helped largely by a drop goal by the legend BDM Blair Furlong. And I know Blair will be watching this, so as always, we send our best. One of the great figures of Hawkes Bay rugby, and what a great era that was. It was probably just coming to an end about then. Later on, lost the Ramfurly Shield to Canterbury. And 6-3, that was a pretty popular score back in those days.
Hawkes Bay, you all right?
So we're all set. Start of the second half. Let's confirm any changes in a moment. But it's Zahn Sullivan who gets things started the second 40 at Eden Park. Evan Flanders taking the ball into contact. Looks like they're just going to try and work it off upfield. Well, Parsons pushing himself between a couple of defenders. Take it outside the 22, so Fakatava bangs it high. Sapsford it is giving chase. Rayasi didn't take it cleanly, but there to mop it up was Tuivasa Shek. Offloads away Choate. And what a game he is having.
Leave it 9, leave it 9.
Thomas. And they sent it off to Beery.
No, 7, leave it.
Kaifar have to let go of that. Now Akira Ioane trying to bump off Parsons. Sullivan taking it to the line. Tuivasa Shek. Now Evans straightening nicely. Taken in the tackle by Patrick Tuifua. Fusitua carries up over the 10. Sullivan. Now Ta'aval. Sullivan again. Rayasi. Little feint, so elusive and strong. Able to stand in the tackle.
4 out, 4.
Supporters there. Something Auckland have done pretty well, supporting the ball carrier. Good, strong drive ahead from Akira Ioane. Sullivan now, a bit of front foot ball here for Auckland. Nice passing again. And straightening his Lamb. Now, Sullivan. Nice footwork to take play to the 10-metre mark. Tuipolotu. Fakatava came out quickly at him to try and close him down before he got any momentum going. Oh, there's got to be a penalty there. Taken off the ball, the Auckland player. They'll carry on and see what comes of it. And a bit of space here for Choate. Strong running from Choate. Godfrey just managed to stop him, and now Rayasi hitting a solid tackle by Balikana, but they've got the ball and they're only 5 metres from the line, and the referee's playing a new advantage to Auckland. Looking to start the second half the way they started the first. Beery driving towards the line, and he's over. Well, excellent continuity again from Auckland is rewarded just 2 minutes into the second half, and it's the first try in the career of Josh Berry.
Oh, well done, Josh Berry, the finisher. But boy, oh boy, there was some work done in the lead up to that through 18 phases for Auckland. And initially, the danger they were posing, there's the impressive Adrian Choate. Boys having a barnstorming game. The finish is good, but the lead up was even better. Their ability to recycle the ball quickly really put pressure on the Hawkes Bay defensive system and eventually bury the try.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head. You did as well, TJ. It's them committing numbers to the breakdown. Every time someone carries, there's always 2 or 3 arriving players cleaning out, getting rid of the contest, which means there's lightning quick ball there for the halfback, and then it just creates so much space. As you said, there's so much work that went into getting that try. Brilliant team try to Auckland.
And converted. So it's a 22-15 lead. Some reward just for the hard work that he puts in, the mahi that Josh Berry puts in game out.
TJ, also a substitution. Keanu Kereru-Symes replaced Isi Tuangafasi. Interesting as well, because Kereru-Symes is usually a hooker. Now he's playing in the prop position.
Yes, we saw the sight of Isi Tuangafasi as the teams come out. He's got that heavily strapped leg that he injured in the first half. You're right, Taylor. Their designated hooker replacement today is Hisamitsu Shimada, Japanese player. Thompson carries on with the line-out throwing duties. Now, what can they do to respond? The infield pass, Tuifua. Well, we know what a good game Choate's having, but Tuifua has also been very impressive. And looks like one of the Hawke's Bay players has gone down. I think it might be Chase Tiatia. He looks a little bit the worse for wear, and plays coming his way too. Pori Rakati Stones can't hang on. A lovely ball from Corey Evans and a steaming run up the middle from Vikena. They get rid of it quickly. Now Rayasi gliding onto it, trying to get on the outside of Tiatia, who is really struggling at the moment. Great work from Rayasi, and Auckland again go back onto the attack inside the 22. Sullivan, inside ball, Tuipolotu. They really got them stretched here, Auckland. Ta'aval sets sail for the line, stopped down just a metre or so short. Referee's playing advantage. Fusi Tua. Kaifa had to make a desperate tackle. Akira Ioane picks the spot, goes to the right, trying to wrestle it over the line.
It's up. No advantage for here, 9 offside.
Well, he was held up, maybe short of the line, but they go back for the penalty. And this is impressive from Auckland again.
Oh, it sure is.
That's 40 body weight.
It's their confidence ball in hand is outstanding. Looking maybe for a tap here, but the set piece probably the better option here. Put the scrum down, draw the defenders.
Scrum.
Well, Hawke's Bay got a problem. Yeah, they got a problem here because Tiatia's not looking too good. How about that ball from Corey Evans to set Vikena alight?
But yeah, impressed. Auckland's the shifting of the ball, the options they're taking. It's putting all sorts of pressure on Hawke's Bay defensively. Plenty of variety. On that occasion, it was more direct. They've shown a willingness and great ability to create space out wide as well, but this is ideal. Look for Akira Ioane out of the boot.
Tuivasa Shek right behind the scrum. Sullivan away to the right, Bryce Heem to the left.
It's the hardest position to defend from as well, isn't it? TJ and Richard, you've got options either side, and you mentioned it as well. Akira Ioane off the back is lethal, so it's so hard to pick which way to go, and I would be going towards Chase Tiatia knowing that he's carrying an injury.
5, 6.
Or they could just take the direct route.
Yeah. Advantage.
And the scrum goes down. It's an advantage. Sullivan trying to step through the last line of defence. Just short of the line. Akira Ioane is there.
Eight's good. No advantage.
Another penalty.
Black loose head collapsing. That's two. Now.
That is Keanu Kereru Symes, who's given away the penalty.
Scrum, thanks.
Yep. Repeat the same here for Auckland. Exactly the right call here. There's a conversation between Sullivan and Akira Ioane, but talked about his ability out of the boot, his explosiveness out of the boot would make this almost impossible to defend if he chooses to pick and go. Akira Ioane, given they have a stable platform, he goes, he gets on the outside shoulder of the first defender. He can either go all the way or he's already created space out wide, an opportunity. So tough one here for Hawkes Bay, but they were fairly direct last time. Auckland, will they go again?
Well, they power it up at the scrum. They've got them under pressure. Thomas has a go on the left. Oh, just short of the line and lost it.
You're not on it. You're not on.
Kalani Thomas had a go.
Number 9, sub.
Ironically, almost had too much time to decide what he wanted to do with the ball, Tony. Here's the big shove from Auckland. They've now got dominance over Hawkes Bay at scrum time. Ioane hides, Kalani goes, and look, gets held. Now what do I do? What do I do? I've got all the time in the world. I'll have a go. No, I won't. In the end, just drops it cold.
That'll be his last act for the game as well. He is going to take a seat on the bench and replaced by Taufa Funaki. Not a bad replacement to bring on as well. Obviously, got a lot of time with the Blues this year.
And he was their first choice. Starting halfback initially. He was one who didn't much enjoy his trip down South Lake, Tasman.
That's right. He started that first game and...
Well, he's obviously done something in a former life to upset Levi Almua, because he just seemed to target him all night. But he's come back into it. That's a nice combination that they've got. I'm trying to put a bit of heat on the Hawkes Bay scrum off their ball too. They emerge with it. Tuivasa-Sheck thinks about a quick throw. That's a really good clearing kick, though.
It was given Hawkes Bay scrum under pressure. Flanders did well out of the boot. And then, yeah, very good clearing kick.
Great kick by Falau Fakatava, the halfback. Tui Polotu, well, they contested, but again, some nice work from Joshua Fusitua. He's another one who really impresses with his willingness to just roll up the sleeve. Heem now swinging the pathway. Rayasi's starting to become a real threat in this game. Well, he always is, but he's getting more involved. Berry.
Leave it, 17.
Leaving it for Funaki. Well, the path was blocked, and so Sullivan carried, and then the offload to Choate. He's been on the ball all afternoon. He now trying to thread his way through. Funaki cut out past Lamb. Tiatia trying to rip the ball away. And that's a penalty against Lamb for not releasing. Excellent work from Chase Tiatia.
Yeah, big defensive play. Chase Tiatia, much needed too. They're under pressure again. Hawkes Bay. Clutch heel. Take them back to halfway here.
Inside. Hold there. Blue, stay there.
Just an update on the conditions too. I said there was no wind earlier, but it's just starting to pick up, and it's in favour of Auckland. So from right to left, as you see it on the screens.
Yep.
Oh, contested at the line out, the two number 5s going up, but it's Parsons who managed to get enough on it to knock it down on the Hawkes Bay side. Berry going up for Auckland. Now Fakatava kicks high down towards the 22, but room And space for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, who's dumped by Josh Kaifa.
Advantage, 7 not rolling.
And Kaifa, well, the penalty, the tackle was okay, but he didn't roll away. Now the kick into a bit of space, but they'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah, not rolling.
Not sure he's got the right guy here, but here, have a look. Kaifa makes a tackle. Oh, yeah, I'll go, yeah.
I'm not sure who else it would be.
He rolled, but just too slowly, Pod. That's what you meant.
Yeah, just, you know, when you make a good tackle like that, seems harsh to get penalised.
He certainly didn't have a lot of time. It's something that throughout the game the referee has actually been giving the players a little bit of leeway at the base. He's not allowing halfbacks to milk penalties. Change for Auckland.
Yeah, Ben Ake coming on and replacing Joshua Fositua. Both obviously quite early in their provincial rugby careers. Real shortage of props, as we know, with Hawkes Bay having to bring in 2 debutants, but both equally well and truly up to the task.
No. Joshua Fositua has had a good game. Gibson now, flat ball. He, though, is always struggling to hang on to it.
Gotta be careful.
You mentioned Fositua has had a good game. Auckland's scrum dominance has been real prevalent, hasn't it, with Ta'avao, Fositua and Vikena in the front row. So Ake with a job to do to continue that dominance.
Ben Ake made his debut in Blenheim. Came out of St Kitts, the Waitemata club, which is very well represented here today. We saw young Max bringing the ball on.
Rebalance.
And arguably the standout player of the game so far, Adrian Choate. He's from West Auckland as well. Auckland scrum is strong, but Pakatava able to emerge with it. And Sapsford sinks his boot into it. Ball goes out about 6-7 metres, I should say, short of halfway.
Substitutions again as well. This time for Hawkes Bay, coming on to the field is Sam Smith.
Mickey, stand in front of him. Stand in front of him.
And he is replacing Patrick Tuifura. And as you've said multiple times this game, he has had a phenomenal game. Obviously, just his 3rd game and his first start.
Well, he's just a young fellow, Tuifura, and he looks a player of some potential. Eventually, the ball sailing down the back, Tuipulotu. Heem quickly on, Evans again has done well. Tuivasa-Sheck stepping brilliantly. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck takes them open. Oh, what a talent. It hasn't quite worked out for him in the 15-player game, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, but just a sign there of his extraordinary ability.
Oh, it's so good. Look at this from Tuivasa-Sheck. Gets the opportunity, ball in space, the step, and the gap and the gas. Outstanding.
Just so many good face balls from the Auckland team, wasn't it? Just quickly getting the passing out to Tuivasa-Sheck. And that's an excellent finish. He had no right to get through there as well, just used his fend to project himself forward. And I tell you what, the crowd really found their voice. They've been very quiet and stagnant throughout this game. But when he made that break, they absolutely found their voices.
Well, that takes the lead out now to 27-15 as we approach the midway point of the second half. And once again, if they want the points, Hawke's Bay are going to have to do it from behind.
Game within a game here.
Yeah.
Well, chasing down McClutchy for the first to 50.
Left foot kicker. So some would tell you this is the favoured side of the field for him to bring this around. and can't do so. So 27-15 the score. Auckland now on 4 tries.
The experienced Caleb Markinet has replaced Lincoln McCutcheon, going on for his 59th game. So Lincoln McCutcheon won't be playing that game within a game anymore, scoring more points. He's off the field.
No, I had written down for 50 in this game, but it's not going to happen. Tuivasa-Sheck straight back into the action. Ioane Todi Rakete Stones making the tackle. Back they go to Sullivan. Well, he's decided to bang it high. Balikana coming forward. Just haven't seen enough of him in this game. He's an electrifying runner, and he can bump them off as well. Brilliant in the game against Waikato. Here's Caleb Markinet. Akira Ioane goes to work, dislodges the ball, and Auckland will have a scrum feed.
Oh, great strength in the contact from the skipper, Ioane. Markinet not long in this game.
Number 4 black sub. Number 4 sub.
Changes as well for Hawkes Bay. Coming off the park is Jeff Cridge onto the field, Frank Lahore, and then a welcome back to Stacey Ely, who wasn't part of the Magpies team ahead of the season, but missed out on selection for the Manu Samoa team. So he has returned to provincial rugby duties, and he replaces another former Manu Samoa player in Lolangi Visinia.
Just hasn't gone Visinia's way at all in this game. In fact, the 2 Hawke's Bay wingers, we know how dangerous they can be. Just haven't had the opportunities. Lamb and Rayasi on the other side, they've had them, but they've also gone looking for them. Oh, Auckland having control. That's a tight head. Being booted through on the Hawke's Bay side. Off goes Whakatama. Tia. First touch here, Ili. Chipping it into space too. It's awkward at the back. And in the end, having to take it over the line, or trying to keep it in play, but unsuccessful, was Zahn Sullivan.
Oh, that hurts. Scrum dominance, and then the ball gets kicked back, and now it's trapped there. There's so much pressure in there, no one wants to lift their foot. It comes through on the Hawke's Bay side, and away they go.
Well, Richard, that is the first scrum, should I say, that Auckland have lost against the head this year, unfortunately, and they have made changes in the front row too. So Lenny Apisai replaces Soani Vakena and Sione Ahio on to the field too. So new front row for Auckland.
Hawke's Bay have it from the line out, but just going through a period like in the first half where not much is going right for them.
Well, it's pretty much carbon copy of the first half, Tony. Auckland had all the possession through this first half of the half, and Hawke's Bay really spending enough time in possession of the ball.
Just mentioned Maggie Cogger, you can see her there on the sideline. Of course, now the women's referee development manager at New Zealand Rugby, former accounting and economics teacher at Westlake Girls High School. Fine school. But yeah, that's a great job. Of course, a Canadian by birth, and had given much to the game here in New Zealand. Internationally recognised referee. Off the back comes Akira Ioane. Just continuing his very good form on this Auckland side. Sullivan. Boy, there's a lot of players wearing the number 10 jersey who'd love to be able to kick the ball off the left foot the way this fellow can. His natural foot, of course, he is a left-footed kicker. But he gets such prodigious distance with his line kicking. Storming through the middle of the line out is Sione Ahio. Eventually the ball goes out over the touchline. It's his fellow front row, Ben Ake. But good awareness there of the replacement prop.
Down here, Auckland. Half a step. Hawker, take a step. Hawker, take a step. 16.
Got untidy at the top of that line out for Hawke's Bay, and Ahio straight onto it.
Well, key is that
No, he's in the air.
Josh Berry's getting up and contesting. They didn't quite get it right this time and impeded the Hawkes Bay jumper, so it'll be a chance to relieve some pressure here for Caleb Markene.
Almost a repeat of the previous line-out for Hawkes Bay. Different players, just untidy at the top. The interference coming from the Auckland player on that occasion.
Actually, talking of Westlake,
6 up.
big news. I know that they're trying to keep all the school rugby secret this year, but what a fantastic result for Westlake boys, beating Sacred Heart.
It's a great result.
Huge result, as we see a sub as well. Shay Clark on to the park, but as you said, huge result, TJ.
Just don't tell anyone. Now here's Roger Tuivasa-Sheck again in a lot of space. But he's stopped in a really good tackle by Tom Parsons. Auckland keep it going though. Tui Polotu keeping them on the front foot. And the way their backline plays just start to take shape when they get that front foot ball. Shay Clark over the 10-metre mark. Sullivan really running the show out there now.
He's tackled now, release, he's tackled.
Ake put on the ground on the 10. Funaki, Sullivan, cut out pass. More good footwork from Tuivasa-Sheck. Desperate tackle made by Tiatia.
No, he was fine the first time. No release.
But this time, not releasing in the tackle.
Little shake of the head from Tuivasa-Sheck. As Hawkes Bay into an attacking position.
When you get
He's
penalised,
got
put the ball
such
down,
good feet,
first fight.
Tuivasa-Sheck. Kiruru Symes there. All over Tuivasa-Sheck at the breakdown.
Thompson.
Backwards.
Well, wasn't clean ball. And well, initially they had it, but then I think there's an accidental offside in there.
It's an accidental offside. Hoffman scrum.
Yeah, they've made changes. And it's obviously affecting the communication seemingly with this Hawkes Bay line out. The last three have been untidy.
Just while they pack the scrum down, just a reminder that this game, proceeds from this game going to the Tackle the Floods appeal. $10 donated for every adult ticket sold in the ground, but also you can purchase a virtual seat. aucklandrugby.flickit.co.nz. Buy a virtual ticket. There's the legend, BG Williams. Gives a wave, BG. There you go. And Leslie. Wonderful life partner beside him. Tuivasa-Sheck, well, he's having some kind of game out there today. Just really relishing the amount of space he's been given to run in because of the good work that's going on up front. And Berry again. Sullivan, that's not quite so tidy, but Heem's there. Pick it up,
Outside 50.
drive it up to halfway. Akira Ioane.
Inside 50, inside.
Funaki. Back. Sullivan hanging one high out towards the touchline. Godfrey coming forward, doesn't take it cleanly.
Knocked on by Black.
We talked about him in the first half, just hasn't really had the opportunity to get involved in the second.
Well, they haven't had the ball, Hawkes Bay. Auckland entirely dominant in the second half. All possession, most of the territory.
You two against sub, 3-2 and 9 as well.
Plenty of substitutions
3-2,
happening
9
for both teams. Hawkes Bay, you can see them running on there. The debutants that you spoke about in the pre-match, Shimada and Abra coming on to the park, and then Sam Y, he replaces Bilal Fakatava at halfback. And Sam Y actually played all his club rugby here up in Auckland for Ponsonby, but linked up with Taradale. So now plays for Hawkes Bay, and then a substitution finally for Auckland. Caleb Tangitau onto the field.
Balance, okay?
And he comes onto the wing.
Be steady.
And that is Hawkes Bay clearing their bench.
Of Bo Abra from the Western Force. He's a teammate of Chase Tiatia, former Australian schools prop, and a real character too. Getting a late call up on debut. He only joined the team at the beginning of the week.
Bind!
and Shimada, the hooker from the Osaka Red Hurricanes in Japan.
Sorry. Yeah. Easy by the
Because
side,
they've-
bit of weight.
As Taylor mentioned, they've certainly had some injury worries. They've got another one too with Isi Tuamafasi in this game. There's Shimada. No Tim Farrell in this match, and he's been dynamite off the bench.
I mentioned as well Sam Wyatt playing for Ponsonby. Well, plenty of these Auckland players are out of Ponsonby as well, so he'll know this team quite well, and it could be something that helps this Hawkes Bay Magpies turn thing around.
Bind! Let's go!
Pretty relaxed in that Auckland back line now. They've still got 15 to go against a team that specialises in comebacks. But again, through their forwards, they get an advantage. Slipped away by Funaki.
Advantage blue.
Good carry by Lamb. Another advantage coming. And Corey Evans is late into this game. He's another one who's had a good game. Carry from Shea Clark. Starting to open up again. Tuivasa Shek.
Advantage over.
Hawkes Bay having to make so many tackles. They're up close to 160 tackles now in this game. Auckland just keep coming at them. Lamb, Tuivasa Shek. Pops a lovely ball over the top. Tangi Tau. Abra comes across and makes his first try-saving tackle for Hawkes Bay, but the danger's not over. Choate, can he get it down? Well, if anyone deserves a try, it's him.
Yeah, we'll check it.
Oh, to the naked eye. For me, he's got it down, Choate. Second movement. Managed to get it to grass. They'll have a little
Yeah, so I'm going to check it anyway, just to be sure.
workshop here, the referees,
So
but
go no try. It'll be an Auckland scrum otherwise. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go TMO, just check this.
Rob Harmon, the
Yeah,
man,
Rob, we've got no choice. We've got
the
to go
job to do now.
So we'll restart with a scrum to Auckland, but can you just check, make sure he hasn't scored it? Thanks.
I think he's ruled that it's short because he said if it's no try, it's a scrum. Shimada, who's putting body on the line, but
Well, it needs to be really clear and obvious that it's down, and that could be the angle.
Yeah.
We see brilliant camera work.
Yeah, no doubt it's down. I'm pretty sure it's down. It's whether it's down over the line. And it's not going to show us that we've got one good shot and we've got to make a call from that. But given that it's not clear and evident, I'm not sure that they can give this.
you can't give him a try just because he's had a great game.
Can you not?
If that was the case, then he'd have 5.
No try, Auckland scrum.
Well, that's some really good defence on the line. And mentioned Shimada was involved
No
initially.
try. It's
So
going to be your
Auckland,
scrum.
having gone back over halfway. No try.
It's short of the goal line, so it's a tackle, and then it's going to be their scrum for going forward, which is no different to what we have in the middle of the field.
And two of us are Shek.
Okay.
Hard to handle. Tell doing a good job, and then the big boys go to work here. Choate got it down, not close enough or not clear enough to be fair. So they'll come back to scrum time, and they're massively dominant here, Auckland. So they would have liked the 5-pointer. They won't be too upset with plan B.
Well, that started to blow out again. It had evened up a lot in the second quarter. Possession territory now very much with Auckland, and this time not really showing any signs of allowing Hawkes Bay back into the game.
Let's look at that. 100 more tackles. Missed 30 of them, and that's the telling stat for me.
Bind!
Just allowing Auckland to be on the front foot for the majority of this game.
This time they control it at scrum time. Ioane.
Your advantage. Yep.
Referee playing advantage. Ioane, well, try inevitable. Auckland have another one.
I'll tell you what, he's made that look a heck of a lot easier than it really is, Akira Ioane. As much as it's nice to be tucked into in the back of a dominant scrum, to control the ball when it's actually that dominant is not that easy. So they stayed in it, and look how fast that ball's travelling. He has to play soccer with it, then get down, pick it up and score it. Well done. Auckland type 5, Akira Ioane.
Just rewarded for how hard that forward pack has worked. Not only the starting team, but also everyone that's come off the bench as well. Remember, they had front row dominance from their early stages. They cleared the bench in the forwards and they still continue that dominance. That's really outstanding work.
Conversion is successful. It's 34-15. Minutes, 11 minutes to play. 5th try of the game. Not sure who that was directed at, but he's a happy boy. And here he is again. He'll be blowing kisses at the Hawkes Bay players.
Stay hit, stay hit. Use. Go back, stay hit, stay.
Sullivan this time opting to slam it down the middle. Here is a rare touch in the second half for Harry Godfrey. Jumped onto the ground just a few metres on the Auckland side of halfway. Makene. Flanders. They just haven't been able to find a way to get their spark plug players into the game. Choate showing out that time on defence. All the good attacking work he's done, he's also made 11 tackles in the game too. Ely now getting some width on it. Godfrey, nice pass over the top to Balikana. Turns it back on the inside. A rare chance for Hawkes Bay to get something going. Really have been dominated in the second half. Godfrey staying up in the line. Tackled by his New Zealand under-20s teammate there, Caleb Tangitau. Ball pops up for White. To get it wide, Ely. A couple of good touches since he came on. Frank Lahall now with a carry. Shimada. Probing away, just not able to get the ball beyond that 10-metre mark.
Go back.
So an attempted kick downfield by Chase Tiatia, but plenty of time for Zahn Sullivan. And he'll put it out about 35 from the line.
Number 10, sub blue. 10 blue.
And the final substitution for Auckland, Jock McKenzie comes on and replaces Zahn Sullivan, who has had an outstanding game today.
Yeah.
Certainly has. So
Right there.
Hawkes Bay get it from the line out. Well, keep probing away. There's another good tackle made by Choate. White clears it away. Kereru Symes taking it straight ahead. Now Lahore, referee playing advantage. Now busting through the middle is Shimada. Oh, what a try! On debut, Hisamitsu Shimada, the man from Osaka, makes it a memorable debut.
I chuckle, TJ, because I don't think there's a Hawkes Bay supporter that doesn't think they can win this from here, given how they've played this season out. Suggestions possibly of a forward pass, yes or no, but Shimada, the replacement, look at him go.
Oh, it was that perfect little pop pass as well, but he was steaming onto the ball, and that running technique so upright. There's not one person that didn't have a smile on their face on the sideline here.
Harry Godfrey takes over and kicks the goal. So it's 34-22. And I don't know how fast he's actually running. Those legs are going flat out. Welcome to the NPC. Here's Mitsu Shimada. Oh, McKenzie with the restart. Chase Tiatia. So it's 34-22.
Step.
Only 7 minutes to go.
Step.
I just think the last time these two teams played here, Auckland got 34, so did Hawkes Bay. 12 points behind. It's not beyond reach. It will take something amazing. But Hawkes Bay, well, they are the specialists in very late wins in this NPC. So this game is not done and dusted yet. Quick try here could change everything. Ely stops to stab it downfield, send Auckland back inside their own half. You look back on Hawke's Bay's season, 74th minute penalty by McClutchy to beat North Harbour. 82nd minute penalty try, so well into the red. Penalty try to beat Counties Manukau. Tim Farrell, 78th minute try to beat Waikato, and survived the late comeback from Otago last week. Now Tiatia putting the kick ahead, bobble ball, and it's been knocked on by Hawke's Bay. And just a little reminder there that this game is not over yet. Not when they've got the likes of Tiatia, Ely, what they can create.
Yeah, Balikana too. He's looking for work. He got his hands on it. Caused the knock on. Wasn't far away.
I like the enterprise as well from Tiatia. Remember, he's playing in his Blazer game, which is quite a different way to receive your Blazer in the Hawke's Bay. It's you have to play 1,000 minutes. So congratulations to him on reaching 1,000 minutes.
Still got your Hawke's Bay Blazer, Richard?
I do actually, Tony.
Does it still fit?
I wasn't going to ask that.
I'll answer that honestly, Taylor. I do not know.
I bet it does.
Only because I haven't tried to put it on for a while.
Jock McKenzie. And that's not a bad left foot either.
Well, that ball hit the TMO. So I don't know if any calls will be going their way in the next 5 minutes.
Nice clearance from McKenzie.
Numbers are good.
Hawke's Bay have the ball. They're running out of time. Tiatia driving it ahead. Y comes away with it, hands it off to Kereru Symes. And now Lahore, who's added a bit of grunt since coming on. Take it back the other way. Ely, he's clever, and nice ball away to Godfrey. Kereru Symes again.
He's tackled now, knees on the ground.
Have to let him go. Makene, Tiatia. Good defence from him, but he keeps the ball alive. Here's Ely. Makene once more, little dummy. Trying to slip past the tackle of Aki. Does well to hang on to him. Oh, Patrick Tuipulotu, I think, comes through, and he's pinched this for Auckland.
First man, won the ball.
Now McKenzie, well, he gets the call. Tuivasa Shek, off he goes. And breaking tackles too. Well, he backed himself. The obvious tactic would have been to clear it away for touch. And not the form he's in this afternoon, Tuivasa-Sheck. Now McKenzie swings a nice ball away. Here's Bryce Heem. And now steaming onto the pass was Tangitau, not held. Keeps going. No, he was held.
Yeah,
penalty.
You tackled this guy here. No, he tackled you. Down here.
Little debate between player and referee. There's only going to be one winner there.
Into the white line.
Well, that steal from Patrick Tuipulotu may just have erased any faint hopes that Hawkes Bay had of another come from by. How good has he been this afternoon, Tuivasa-Sheck?
Auckland on the line, eh? On the line, Auckland.
It's funny, it's so good that you know it's coming, but you still can't do anything about it. That left foot step, outstanding.
Hawkes Bay have it. Sam Smith, though, trying to come away with it. Now the ball's been lost.
Tuipulotu again came through the line out. He was an absolute menace. Probably extinguished even the most die-hard Hawkes Bay fans' hopes of another comeback performance from them.
Yeah, we've just got much we've got to set though. Oh, space and then set together. Yeah. Heavy balance.
Well, if Auckland can hang on, just take so much pressure off as they go into the Storm week. They've got Manawatu on Wednesday here at Eden Park, Invercargill and Southland in Invercargill next Saturday afternoon. Hawkes Bay, they head up to Northland on Friday. Auckland with the ball. McKenzie takes it to the line. Pass dropped by Tangitau.
Locked on by 23.
It'll be a scrum, but we're inside the last minute now.
Got 30 seconds.
And I think both sides acknowledge the fact that the result's done and dusted here. No urgency whatsoever.
Taranaki Bay of Plenty coming up from New Plymouth. And that'll be followed by the match at 7 o'clock, the Battle of the South. Otago against Southland from Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin. And a couple of matches on Sunday afternoon to come as well.
Bond! Set!
So Samuel White
Down here. Restart.
to feed the scrum, but time is up.
Same again.
Not going to be any siren-beating heroics today for Hawkes Bay, and they're going to lose their unbeaten record. It stops at 4, and they'll have to wait another year to break the drought at Eden Park.
Coach! Boing!
I'll tell you that our man of the match is Adrian Choate.
Yeah, go. Loose head collapsing.
Terrific all-round performance from the Auckland number 6.
Why, he's straight through.
To Tuivasa-Sheck in the points too for the Dwayne Monkley.
Tackle!
Hawkes Bay it is with the ball. They'll keep hammering away. A bonus point would be very useful. Choate cleaned out of the way. Makine had a few disruptions, this Hawkes Bay team. Now an intercept. AJ Lamb strides out of the tackle of Godfrey, puts the foot down and finishes it off for Auckland.
Oh, AJ Lamb just caps off. Well, it's been a very, very impressive performance from the home side here at Eden Park this afternoon. Hawkes Bay, as you say, TJ, chasing a bonus point. Not to be. A lot of depth here, Hawkes Bay. Straight into the hand of Lamb, and he's big enough, fast enough, good enough to finish it off.
Well, Tia has tried everything. Well, that one easily picked up by Lamb, and he's just such a tremendous finisher. They were never going to deny him. That's the 6th try for Auckland. Jock McKenzie is going to take over the kicking. And likes the look of it, turns away, and Auckland have won it by 41-22. All locked up at half-time, 15 all, but Auckland really taking control of the game in the third quarter of the match and finishing the job off in impressive style. This is a very good win for Auckland. Hawkes Bay's unbeaten run comes to an end. Final score at Eden Park, 41-22.